Queues has been always lengthening our time. Queuing is one of the most things you see in the UK. Who would have thought queues would look like this? How long will it go on for? Who ever imagined that life would be like this? And the big question is, how long will this new lifestyle go for? Or is it the new normal? Empty places, less congested streets, and people are not gathering as usual. What's going on? The COVID-19 spread has been real in the kingdom.
The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades, and this country is not alone. All over the world, we're seeing the devastating impact of this invisible killer.
The first measure taken was in mid of March, as the British government ordered that all pubs, cafes, restaurants, bars and gyms close. As the epidemic escalated, further measurements were taken. Universities, colleges and schools are closed. The big industry of tourism has been declining around the world. Most airports are operating to only evacuate citizens to their home countries. We are living in a major lockdown. Ambulance cars are frequently seen around the big streets of this mega city. Yet as soon as you open any technological device, you are bombarded with photos, videos and the news of empty towns. Not only towns, empty mega cities around the world. On the 17th of November 2019, China recorded the first case of coronavirus or COVID-19. From there, the spread was real. WHO declared that COVID-19 is a pandemic on the 11th of March 2020.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak around the clock, and we're deeply concerned both by the alarming levels of spread and severity and by the alarming levels of inaction. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Life has started to vastly change, and the new changes are yet to come. As the effect of lockdowns has been changing the human being lifestyle, I have visited a student accommodation in order to see how the virus has changed their habits. We found students' small kitchens started to be filled with food necessities. The habit of washing hands frequently.
Happy birthday to you. 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 Sanitizer.
The new form of protection from this virus. Face masks is an immediate need as soon as we step out of the door. And as people are mostly spending their days at home, the only topic to be heard.
Isn't it? For some sort of big event to happen, you've got to just wonder, where it came from.
Yeah, it's awful because you hear like so much things. China says it started in the States.
Yeah, all of our world leaders are attacking each other, and especially with Trump coming out and saying, well, I'm going to call it a Chinese virus because it came from China. But like you said, China's saying otherwise.
Yeah, even though so much.
People have started to use new words, those we only used to look for in dictionaries. Words like quarantine, curfew, death toll, band gathering, and social distancing are now the most searched, texted, and used in our daily life. And for a while, the most of the news coverage is about this virus.
to try to limit the spread of coronavirus.
Hope and despair in the coronavirus story today.
The number of coronavirus cases has jumped by 500 in 24 hours, according to official government figures.
After 6 months from recording the first case of COVID-19, the epidemic has affected 214 countries and territories. 5 million coronavirus cases were recorded around the world, and the number of deaths due to this pandemic is rounding to 350,000, and the numbers are still daily increasing. Maybe some people thought the virus is a hoax, yet unfortunately the UK has recorded more than 255,000 coronavirus cases, and the number of deaths exceeded 36,000 till this day. It's the second highest country in terms of recorded COVID-19 deaths after the USA. Maybe you are watching this video 20 years from today. Maybe you have been assigned a research about this pandemic. Perhaps you have not understood the size of this crisis, but I hope I have informed you that this earth has paused for a while.